Hello everyone, let's take a look at today's Daily Dominion. Okay, so we've got Young Witch and Haunted Woods both attacking, and Relic. Guide is the Bane to protect against Young Witch. It also kind of Guide on the mat is a good counter to Haunted Woods and Relic. Miser is the only form of trashing to get rid of coppers. Miser is another card that I've been sort of hurt by in the past. I overvalue it. It's not as good as I think it is. Lost Arts is plus action. Raid is gain silvers and somewhat of an attack. Okay. We have a village in Mining Village. I don't see any strict plus buy, but Horn of Plenty is an excellent extra gainer. And I want to think now about what I'm using, if I'm getting a lurker, and what I'm using it on, as well as where I'm going to put Lost Arts. So curses, if I do something like put Lost Arts on patrol and get a few patrols in the deck, then any curses I get from Young Witch won't hurt quite as much. But Haunted Woods would still be a very strong attack against a hand full of curses and victory cards. I mean, I'm inclined to go towards a lurker at some point, especially considering I have a 2/5 opening, but also because it's one of the only, other than Horde of Plenty, I think lurker is the only other gainer. I mean, Magpie gains itself, kind of. Magpie might be a potential target of Lost Arts. If I end up with a lot of them, then I can at least play. Oh, we do have a village in Mining Village, though. I forgot about that. And we can do some tricks with trashing Mining Village for the money and getting them back with Lurker. I'm even more inclined to pass on the Miser given Magpie in the kingdom. Magpie will draw coppers. So question is, I'm almost certainly going to open a lurker. But then on the 5, what do I take? Haunted Woods, Relic, Horn of Plenty would be useless. Do I only spend 4 and get a Young Witch or a Magpie? Problem with Patrol is it can draw other actions dead. So that would be a reason to go for Haunted Woods instead. I think, my choice for what to get on the 5 could possibly depend on what the AI does. But I feel like I would have preferred to start with a 3/4 here. Go with like Guide Magpie or Silver Magpie. Like Lurker is a good card, but I don't know if it's something I want very early because it hurts. It doesn't help you hit 5. There's also, potentially lurkering for something like Hireling. But that's lurker for anything is kind of risky if the AI also gets one. Okay, well, I'm going to open with lurker, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so they have a 5/2 as well, and they go with the Young Witch. So I can expect to be cursed. Another reason to take Patrol, because Patrol can draw those curses. You know, I kind of want a little bit of everything. For one thing, that'll help with Horn of Plenty. Yeah, so if they buy a Lurker on the 2, we're going to have to keep track of where their Lurker is in their deck when we're playing our own. You know, they might help us with trashing something with their Lurker and we can nab it. So what do I want here? Do I want the patrol? You know, what I don't want to happen is to eat all the curses. So I myself, do I take a young witch? Is there a way to top deck guide so that I'm always protected? Not that I see. Oh, if they Haunted Woods me, I could keep top decking a guide, but you know, that's not something I really want to count on. I think I'm going to go with a young witch here. It's not really what I wanted to do, but I feel like if I don't get one, I'm going to drown in curses too much. I don't know if that's right. Okay, so they do take a Lurker. What are we going to lurk here? Maybe something sort of like they're almost certainly, this is an issue, or they're almost certainly going to see their Lurker again before we do. So maybe I don't lurk anything and wait for them to do it. Is lurk the right verb? I don't know. I'm going to use the verb lurk. We're going to lurk things. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on the Lurker play because they will almost certainly nab whatever I lurk. And we'll just do that. And I think this should certainly be a guide, right? Just in the hopes of having it block some curses. The guide will be good to have in general. It'll speed up being able to play Lurker and Young Witch in the future. Let's do that. Okay, so we get our curse. They do the same. So now I'm thinking Magpie. Magpie can cycle, gain a lot of its stuff. It's a potential target for Lost Arts. I don't know if we're ever going to hit 6 this game. Like, this could be a very messy kingdom. Maybe that's an argument for taking Miser. But I think this is going to be a Magpie. I have the same issue again. I don't, so he's just shuffled. I'm at the top of a shuffle. If I lurk, we're in a bad spot. So I think I have to play the Young Witch and just hope I don't get too much collision. Cool. Okay, so they did not get the block. I might get another guide. They've got a, they took a second Young Witch. I have a pretty good chance of having guide in my next hand. I do. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to play this guide and very likely call it on my next turn just to get it back in the deck. Or, no, I'm not. It doesn't make sense to... What did they get? A silver. Okay. You know, Mining Village for the potential to trash it and get it back with Lurker is possible. Like I said, this could be very sloggy. So the Miser might be something that eventually helps us spike higher price points, but we'd have to play it at least 3 times before it becomes better than silver. In fact, so that it would have to be on its fourth play. I think a mining village here. I know I don't have any... I don't need it for terminal space at the moment, really. But, you know, your mining village lurker tricks. No one's played a lurker yet. I guess we're both afraid. Okay, so they played a lurker. Wait. What? Oh, I guess you can play a lurker and elect to do nothing. This seems like a pretty bad hand with the two estates. I mean, I want to get the guide back into the deck in general as more protection against Young Witch, but even because this is a pretty bad hand, I don't know where their guide is. They've just shuffled. On the other hand, you know, I can just discard 2 cards with this Young Witch, discard the 2 estates. It would be nice to curse them again. I think that's what I'll do. Okay, unfortunately I'm going to draw the village dead. It's okay. What am I going to get? I might be able to afford a lurker. Playing the Young Witch makes it more likely, as long as I don't draw the guide as well, makes it more likely I have a guide in my next hand. Okay, they blocked, that's unfortunate. So do I take a lurker here? By doing so, you know, I speed up my own lurker plays over theirs. Yeah, I don't know. It's such a funky card, lurker. That's excellent. Horn of Plenty. So the issue now is I don't have any guides in my deck to block against their 2 Young Witches. And where's their other Young Witch? I don't know. I don't remember. I think I should pitch this hand to get more guides into my deck. Did they take a mining village at some point? They must have. You know, at most, I'm going to hit 3 coins on this turn. And lose my guide, lose my protection. So I think I have to call this guide. Oh, here we go. This is great. So I'm going to trash this, get it back with Lurker. And then am I taking Lost Arts on something? Magpie is a potential candidate. Am I taking a Hireling, Horn of Plenty? You know, I am going to be gaining a lot of magpies through the natural play of it, right? We're getting more action dense and we're getting less treasure dense as the game goes on. So Magpie could become like a natural village with Lost Arts. Might be too early for that though. You know, I have 2 magpies in my deck now. Likely I'll have maybe 3 next time through. And then I could start adding, you know, draw Haunted Woods Patrol. tempting, but like I don't know how likely it is to hit 6 again. At least the lurker can gain the expensive actions if I manage it properly. Horn of Plenty is also a possibility, right? It's very much conceivable that we could get 4 uniques into play pretty easily. But again, I think this is going to be hard to hit 6 again. It's unfortunate. Yep, there's another magpie. Another magpie. Cool. Guide. Oh man, like did they play a lurker? I don't know when the last time they played a lurker is. It's just so dangerous to play it. And what would I be taking? I think what I would do is I would go for Haunted Woods. And if they snatch it, then I could do my trick of always top decking a guide. I don't know if that's really something smart to count on, you know? Yeah, I don't feel super... Yeah, see, they took it. Oh, F. F. I kind of want to guide this away and get to sort of more action cards in my starting hand. Like this. Okay. Village. Okay, I'm definitely not guiding this because of the double lurker. Let's go Woods. Or do I take a hireling? Hireling, I feel like with so much cursed copper stuff going on, hireling doesn't draw enough. The Haunted Woods attack is going to start really becoming punishing. I don't remember what's down here. That's too bad. Okay, so they've Haunted Woods me. So I could top deck this guide. I mean, I have to buy something. Which is not really all that likely to happen. Yeah. I still think I haven't really been paying attention to their so they play a Haunted Woods, so it's very likely that they're drawing 3. They did not play a Young Witch. It's very likely they'll have one. I wish I could lurk a Horn of Plenty. I think Patrol might be the next. I think it's unusual, but I think I'm going to buy a copper to put this guide on top. Oh, but then the estates go on top too. Oh. Okay, so having the guide on the mat is a counter to Haunted Woods. Okay, so I can top deck the guide, block curses, and then at the start of my next turn, call my other guide. Is that worth... I mean, I'm only drawing through one card here. That's practically nothing. At best, I would play some magpies and stuff, right? So what am I lurking? Patrol. In some sense, Patrol's better draw than Haunted Woods, but Haunted Woods is great for the attack. I think I'm going to go like this. I'm just going to buy a copper. Ooh, maybe I won't... Should I play this copper or not? Do I want to top deck it? Cycle through more cards like this. Okay, buy a copper. That's fine. And his one lurker has nabbed 2 of my cards now. Okay, block. Block again. So we'll guide and then Haunted Woods. This is great. Be especially great if this attack goes through. Brutal. I mean, he's got 4 guides. Oh, and he put Lost Arts on Patrol. That's no good for me. So I'm doing this. I think I'm taking a Patrol here with the Lurkers, and then Horn of Plenty. Horn of Plenty or Relic, another Patrol. How many curses do I have? 3? I don't know what my last 2 cards are. I think Patrol. I have somewhat decent action space. It's good draw, especially with the horrible type of trashing going on. I would have liked... Maybe I'll work a Horn of Plenty in next time I have a chance. I don't know. Well, I'm drawing 3 on Haunted Woods next turn. I have a Patrol already. Let's go Horn of Plenty. I don't know if that's right. Don't curse me, please. Excellent. I got another guide. Okay. More mags. Not trashing this. It would give me nothing. So I have 1 Horn of Plenty. Maybe this is another Patrol. Eventually, a Relic would be nice too, but we're not seeing it that often with the thickness of our deck unless we get more draw. I don't have a guide on the mat. That's unfortunate. I feel like I've got a load of... Well, no, I have... This is all actions. There's 2 coppers and what, 2 curses? 3 curses? Horn of Plenty would allow me to empty stuff quicker. That's one advantage I have, is more pile control with the Lurkers. This game's probably going to end on what? Curses, magpies, and it looks like guides. I'm going to take the patrol. I don't know. Yeah. He's called a bunch of guides. I feel like I'm going to get cursed. Yep. He had to top deck 2 cards. Okay, I'm under Haunted Woods, so I can top deck a guide. Nothing in the trash at the moment. There's a patrol. Okay, so interesting. So I can play a guide, draw the magpie. The magpie will draw the lurker and the horn. Then I can play young witch and discard curses into an empty, like I'll have a fresh shuffle with fewer curses. I do want to top deck 1 guide, I think. So hold on to the second one. Okay, I have enough action space. Oh, should I lurker first and put stuff into my discard pile for the young witch to potentially draw? My Horn of Plenty is going to buy something of at least 5. It would be nice. I wish I could sort of know what I'm about to draw here. Blah, 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 blah. What am I saying? I'm saying I'm trying to figure out what I should lurk. Is it guides? No, I'm going to have a guide top decked, so I'll be safe there. Is it... I've got a lot of magpies, so I don't need to worry that much about village. Maybe it's another patrol. So I'm playing Young Witch. Excellent. Haunted Woods for sure is being played. Do I want to lurk something here? I don't want to put a patrol in the discard for them to lurk, especially because they have Lost Arts on it already. I feel like I'm in a slightly better position. So maybe I should lurk a guide to lower that pile a bit. I don't think they have any magpies. I could be wrong. Like what if I lurk a guide? What could they... You know, I'll be protected from curses, so I won't be taking those. It's a little bit of a risk, but I'm going to do that. End actions. And maybe even buy another guide. Like, it's possible the game ends on my next turn. I could force an end of the game. I'd have to dish out a curse and buy a curse. in which case I'd have to also somehow gain victory points. This is so tight. Oh no. No. I need to I always forget that. You got to play the horn before you buy stuff. So should this horn then be points? Should this be a duchy? Or another horn? Yeah, I don't know. So I've got, I think, at least one patrol, maybe two down there. I can't remember how many I've gained. I've got a mining village, a bunch of magpies. I'm drawing 3 extra cards. I could, I have a guide on the mat that I'm likely going to call because I don't want this stuff on top. Will I be able to, how many lurkers do I have? All my lurkers are in play. So I don't have a huge number of pile emptying ability. I think I don't think I'm going to be able to end it on my next turn, but maybe the turn after that. And my Horn of Plenty at this point is essentially going to be a duchy. If I get another one, it gives me a little bit of a safety buffer to lower piles, to score points. So I think I'm going to get a horn. And a guide. And I feel like that puts me in control of when the game ends. I hope I don't regret this. So I'll buy this. I'm trying to sort of push for the game end. They have a lot of guides on their deck, though, so you know what? I'm realizing now, with all their guides, my Haunted Woods isn't really attacking them. Okay, do I want to take this curse? They haven't lowered any piles. If I take this curse, 7 cards in hand, 4 uniques in play, so the Horn of Plenty could gain a duchy. I'm not going to. I'm going to block this. I don't want to block. That's funny. If I had known they were going to do that, no. That's, -2 points. Honestly, the individual points now are actually something I'm keeping in mind. Okay, I don't like that. Oh man, if they buy a province, I'm not going to be happy. Lurker for the guide. Horn gains a patrol, they buy a province. So now, do I call this guide? I think I don't mind this starting hand so much. I mean, the curses suck. But I've got village patrol. I'm just going to go for it. Decline. I'm not under Haunted Woods attack. What's in the trash? Guides. Oh, right. I think I'm going to trash this for the money. I don't have that much money coming up. I had 3 coppers in my last hand, so I don't know how many more are in the discard pile. But if I can by some miracle, cycle through these cards and get to 1 more money, that would allow me to afford a province to catch up. And I kind of have enough village effect and magpies at the moment. Oh, F. What did I just draw? A copper and 2 estates. So I feel like I don't play this patrol, because what is it doing? This is so bad. Can they end it on their turn? Probably not. This patrol is going to get me 1 copper and a lot of dead magpies. I think I have to get a duchy. My magpie plays will likely empty this pile next turn. If I get my horns, those would be more duchies. They've got a lot of guides in play. This is not looking so hot. Calling guides, calling guides. Okay, the patrol draws nothing extra. Curse me. I don't know if that really makes a difference, right? With the... F. Super F. Yeah, this is oh, and my turn's over. Okay, yeah, so I've lost. He just buys a curse and game's over. Yeah, I suck at Dominion. Cool. I'm going to play this one again on my own time. I'll post this video right away, but I'm going to play this until I win it, but I'm not going to record the whole thing. It's just going to take too long. Yeah, if someone sees something that I completely missed and ignored that would have improved my performance here, then I'd be happy to hear about it. But yeah, thanks for watching.